And we're live. All right, so I will just going to share the screen and we start with our presentation right away. Thank you for being with us today, this evening. And this is the presentation for our Mexican chapter of the CryptoChicks Mexico, and that I would like to welcome you all here. I would like to ask you to stay on mute, and right now what I'm going to do, so probably we already have everyone muted, thank you very much. So I would like to start, and if you have any questions, please type your questions in the chat. We're going to be answering them in the end of the presentation. And today is blockchain and cryptocurrency 101. Very easy subject, lots of information. Again, if you feel that you don't grasp it from the very beginning, that's okay. We can do the follow-up sessions. Ask any questions you want, any questions you can, anything you don't understand, we will answer everything. So please, we're going to start. My name is Elena Sinelnikova. I told you about that. I came from the software development background and started doing entrepreneurship that was about 4 years ago. I think that before that I had my very well-paid government job. Was not happy at all because it was not exciting. There you go. So I moved to somewhere very, very exciting area, the blockchain. And since then, been really happy, really busy. So I'm glad that you're here. I can make you happy now too. We at CryptoChicks, we have two lines of businesses. First of it is CryptoChicks Academy. You can go check it out, crytochicksacademy.com. Again, if you didn't understand nothing today, you can go and take our courses. We have just 1 hour courses, very short ones that outline lots and lots of subjects in blockchain and crypto, and even in the blockchain programming. So please feel free to check it out. And also, as you know already, we have a CryptoChicks Hatchery, which is our mentorship program accelerator, where we developed a program especially for women entrepreneurs who would like to start a blockchain business. Today, we're going to be talking about blockchain businesses. And if you would like to start one of them, we have the whole framework to support it. So we have mentors, we run bi-weekly events, workshops, we have courses, and we also provide funding so we can connect you to investors. Or if you would like to also, to fast start, to bootstrap on your own, we also doing that as well with our startups, and even provide them with the prizes. Actually, speaking about that, just this Saturday, we gave away $12,000 in awards to our startups, and we still have some money left. So please come join us, cryptochickshatchery.com. You can fill the application and join us. Disclaimer, with this presentation, there's no promotion, so we're not promoting anyone at all. This is something that we strongly believe in. All the companies that we mentioned here, this is something that we used in our practice that we recommend to use. Nobody's paying us for this presentation. Today, we're going to learn about blockchain, cryptocurrency. We're going to be talking about decentralized as a concept versus centralized. We're going to go over the most popular cryptocurrencies and the cryptocurrency rules. We're going to look into types of the blockchain businesses that exist and cryptocurrency scams and frauds. So lots of material, pay attention. And we're going to have a quiz at the end. All right, so what is it? What is the blockchain? Blockchain is, in essence, it's a database. It's just a structured set of data that is located on the computer. And we call this computer usually a node. a blockchain node. But as opposed to regular database, which you all familiar with, for example, Instagram is a database of pictures, Facebook, same thing. Everywhere you go, like even right now, you're looking at the Zoom, behind the Zoom, there is a database, the structured set of data of your names and your pictures. It's all databases. But as opposed to these databases that, in Zoom, for example, or somewhere else, the blockchain is a decentralized database. It means that this database, this set of data is located on the people's computers all over the world. As opposed to, let's say, Zoom database, even though you see it on your computer, your picture and your video right now is actually in the Zoom computer, somewhere in a secure building, in one computer that Zoom owns. Same with Facebook and Instagram, something that Facebook owns. Same with your Gmail, that Google owns that server. And all your data, all your emails are in there. So you cannot even, suspect that, but they own all your data. With the blockchain, it's different because all the data are completely not owned by anyone and decentralized, and instead located on the people's computers. And where these computers are and who owns them? Just people like this, me and you, anyone. Just if you, for example, let's say that you download a Bitcoin database, which is a blockchain. You download the program from the website, and voila, the files that you download, it is a database. It's now located on your computer, and your computer is the node. It means that in Bitcoin, there is no a company that owns it. There's no database for the company. So nobody kind of like owns the data that is in Bitcoin. So this is the power of the decentralization. So the same set of data is located on the people's computers and no one owns them. So it means that no one can take it down. No one has the power to take it down. And no one, of course, can influence it. No one can prohibit it. So there you go. So this is the power of the decentralization. What is inside, let's say, a blockchain database? And today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin a little bit because Bitcoin was the very, very first database, blockchain database that was created. So in a Bitcoin, basically, this data is a ledger of transaction, transferring the money from one account to another. This is a record of the transactions. This is what located in Bitcoin database. This is what inside of the Bitcoin database. And how these computers all over the world, in people's homes, how are they connected? I would like you right now to just think about it for a little bit. All these computers are connected with each other. And can you type it, please, for me in the chat, how they are connected? How are they connected? What are the connections? Are they connected with the wires, with invisible wires? Type it in. Don't be shy. If you type it wrong, I don't tell anyone. Nobody can see this chat except for me. Well, and people in the Zoom. By the way, this chat is not visible in the live stream. Thank you so much, Natalia. You probably took my class before because yes, exactly. These computers, yes, and Karen, good job. So these computers are connected with internet. You'll be surprised, but I very, very rare get this correct answer on this workshop. Not sure why, people usually do the electricity or I don't even remember what they do, but yes. So I get a whole bunch of wrong answers all the time. So it seems like I am in the blockchain star groups now. Good job. All right, so how are they connected? All they are connected with the internet. And so here comes the power of the decentralization. So let's say that I am the president of one country and I say, you know what, I prohibit people of my country to use Bitcoin, let's say, I know, blockchain. So what is going to be changed for this, for the Bitcoin? What going to happen with Bitcoin? So what do you think? What is going? I just I just did it. So one country disappeared. Computers from one country disappeared. What happened to the whole database? What happened to the whole network? Pretty much nothing, right? So therefore, so this is the power, unless all the leaders of all the countries agreed between each other to prohibit, let's say Bitcoin, then maybe this going to be having an effect. When it's going to happen? Most likely never. Though we think of one of these scenarios on how we can destroy it, there you go. But even then, if at least one computer survives, voila, we still have a Bitcoin. La la la. So this is the power of the decentralization. So no one can take it away. No one can prohibit. No one can prohibit your account. No one can do anything about it. So therefore, you can see, and you can see it in the world right now. Lots of talks about it, but maybe leaders of some countries stepping forward and saying, we're going to prohibit it, but still nothing happened. So just to wrap it up, what is a blockchain? Blockchain is a database. It contains inside a public ledger of the information, and decentralized, it owned by no one and controlled by consensus of all users, all computers in the network. And users, who are they? They're the people who install blockchain program on their computers. So there you go, you can be the one. So moving on to cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, what is it? Cryptocurrency is a digital or a virtual currency. So basically, in Mexico, probably you're using some cash, but in Canada, we don't use it anymore. No, well, not as much. At least like 95% of our currency is virtual. So we very much accustomed now using a virtual currency. And cryptocurrency is a virtual currency. But as opposed to, Canadian dollar or US dollar, this currency is decentralized. Therefore, it's not controlled by anyone. There you go. And it's also protected, but it is protected. It's not protected by the banks like or governments like our currency, but it's actually protected by a cryptography. And the cryptocurrency transactions is stored on a blockchain. And how this digital money becomes a currency? So usually, you would think, how we know that, like, I don't send one digital dollar twice to the same person. Or I mean, or maybe to the different people, right? Let's say that if I have $1 on my account, I can send, this is just digital, right? So I can send it to Tracy, and I can send the same dollar to Natalia, but no, it's actually because it is recorded in the ledger and because everyone can see it on the network. It's actually recorded. You cannot spend the same dollar twice. So the double spending problem is solved by recording every transaction in the ledger. And as I said already, the security of the records inside the database is protected by cryptography. So and there's no cryptography strong enough. There's no hacking or hacker advanced enough or strong enough or computer strong enough to break this cryptography. The cryptography is so strong, so the hacker that would try to break this cryptography have to live more than age of our universe. So this is how long it would take to actually decipher and to break this cryptography that protects the Bitcoin, for example. So longer than our universe. And we're going to be touching on the decentralized versus centralized cryptocurrencies. I already touched it a little bit on this. Decentralized is not controlled by any single person or company or the government. It cannot be printed on a wheel. So actually the cryptocurrency is issued by building a block in the blockchain. So every time we add a record into, let's say like every time we add a block of records into the blockchain, and it's the records are created by people. I mean, people, if I send $1 to Tracy, this is one transaction. For example, Natalia sent $1 to me, it's another transactions. So once we have the bunch of the transaction, this block gets created. And this block, we have a course about mining, and I encourage you to take it. So it's basically self-regulated network, which self-adjusts, and it has inside the crypto economy. So it's designed so well that it's self-control self-control itself. Something wrong with my English. But every time the block is created, this cryptocurrency, new cryptocurrency is created. So therefore, it can only be created when the network is working, right? So it cannot be printed on the wheel, and not in a president say, you cannot say and say, you know what, let's print more Bitcoins or let's print more Ethereum. This is not how it works, right? It's only issued by the network, by people. And at the same time, for example, Bitcoin is designed so the supply is limited. How is it? Every 200,000 blocks, the block reward is halved. It means that less and less new cryptocurrency is created, and therefore at some point there will be no more cryptocurrency created. Only the one that left in circulation will be circulated, and that's why is Bitcoin becoming more and more valuable. You see the price is growing and growing because less and less Bitcoin are left in the free circulation. And of course, it's the decentralized cryptocurrency immune to the government malfeasance, and there's no also geographical or political borders. You saw it on the map. There's no borders. So for the crypto, there is no borders. It's all international. And I have a question right now. If you heard about a digital yuan or digital dollar or Libra that Facebook is issuing, what do you think? Are they decentralized or centralized? Because usually when we say a cryptocurrency, we mean a decentralized. So therefore, when people tell you that they issue, like for example, Facebook is issuing their own cryptocurrency, I would like you to think, is it a really cryptocurrency? The most popular cryptocurrencies. Of course, the most popular and the first one that was created is a Bitcoin. It was created as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. You can think of it as, you know, a bank or the payment system. It was created in 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto. We still don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is, if it's a real person or if it's a company. There's lots of mysteries around Satoshi Nakamoto. We know that the funds that he used, because how it works, the first money that was created by mining, it was actually going to Satoshi's account, and this money, which is billions of dollars now, still left untouched. So Satoshi Nakamoto, even this person existed, never cashed out his money. Bitcoin is decentralized. It has no owner, even though Satoshi Nakamoto created it. Now that he disappeared, no one controls it. Even if he comes back to life or from another planet, so he still cannot control the Bitcoin anymore. The system is completely decentralized and out of anyone's control, protected by cryptography and coins released by mining. So, and as I have a picture here, think of it as a bank. Ethereum, another one, is very popular, second popular one. It's different from Bitcoin. In my opinion, though, it's more powerful because it's created as a smart contract and decentralized application platform. And as, for example, Bitcoin, if you think about Bitcoin as a bank, you can think about Ethereum as the platform where you can create millions and millions of banks yourself. So this platform is for building systems like Bitcoin, for building different. So the there's no limits of what you can build on Ethereum. It was created in 2015 by Vitalik Buterin. Vitalik Buterin is a real person, actually. But he's not the owner of the Ethereum. And for example, I even was present on events and like one of the first hackathons we had. One woman came to Vitalik crying. She said that she forgot her private key and she misplaced her private key, and she had close to millions of dollars in there, and would he help her to recover them? And because the Ethereum is completely decentralized, there's no customer service. No, you cannot recover, and Vitalik cannot control Ethereum, right? So therefore, there's no central owner. And same thing as Bitcoin, the coins are protected by cryptography and released by mining. So therefore, Vitalik cannot release Ethereum or cannot print it on a wheel, same thing. So once he created it, it's out of his hands. It's now living its own life. It's more used, of course, than a Bitcoin because there's lots of people that building right now on Ethereum. We're going to be talking about the system that are built on Ethereum right now, the popular businesses and the ones that you probably can create as well. Other most popular cryptocurrencies, for example, and I put a red triangle here beside the centralized ones. So pay attention. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Ripple, Doge. These are the popular ones. And also just below them, and by the way, so the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Ripple, Doge, these are the blockchains that are independent of each other. They're completely separate blockchain, has completely different technologies. Like, for example, but some of them are centralized, as, for example, Ripple, because the Ripple crypto is issued on a wheel, right? So this is, and the Ripple was created by a company, and still about 60% of the coins are owned by this company. So therefore, when you, for example, thinking of, investing or building on it, think of who controls it, right? So if you feel that it's centralized, maybe it's not a good idea to do that, because again, you are depending on one point of failure on one company. If they fail, if they decide to quit, if something happens to them, there goes all your crypto. Coins on Ethereum, for example, so these are the ones that actually created. Remember, I told you that you can build your banks, your apps, your anything on Ethereum. So these are the ones that were actually built on top of Ethereum, and they become their own coins, their own decentralized systems, nevertheless. So for example, Tether, USDT, Binance Coin, USDC Coin, Chainlink, Uniswap, Avi, DAI, Celsius, Wi-Fi, Compound. So these are the all, there's of course not all the coins. There are right now hundreds and hundreds of them that were created. It's sometimes people are asking me, oh, where should I invest? Like which coin I should invest? I have no idea. You have to do your own research. Just remember about centralized versus decentralized. This is the only pointer probably I can give you. Cryptocurrency rules. What are the rules? So usually when we start dealing with cryptocurrency, you start with a crypto wallet. So this is your single point where you start. This is the first thing you need to learn on how to install it, which one is the best one. We're going to be going about touching it a little bit. Usually it's a program or hardware device that you install on your computer or on your phone. It is connected to the blockchain. So as soon as you install it on your phone, on your computer, it connects to the blockchain. It also creates an account for you. A new account is created once you sign into the wallet. And usually it gives you a private key. Think of it for now as a password. So the private key is basically it's the seemingly random string of letters and numbers. So this is how the private key looks like. So there's nothing logical about it. But lots of wallet software give you so-called a seed phrase. So this is either 12 or 24 words that you have to record somewhere in a safe place, because the combination of this words in the correct order is actually the cryptographic representation of this private key, of this password. So but it has a very, very important meaning. If you lose your private key, or if you lose your seed phrase, it means that you lose access to your money. And because Bitcoin, let's say Ethereum or other decentralized cryptocurrency is not controlled by anyone, no one can help you to recover it. There's no single company that can, that helps you. There's no single company that holds your funds, because no one holds your funds. Remember that. And therefore, you are your own bank. So this is the big power and big responsibility as well. So many people find it inconvenient, and therefore they don't even go into crypto, because they just afraid to lose things. And I don't blame them. So probably they're doing the right thing for them. I choose though to record my private key, but even I, I'm teaching that, and even I'm still prone to losing a private key, and I did lose private keys, and I did lose probably close to $1 million. So that's, it's done. I didn't cry about it, but yes, this is how much you can lose, and no one can recover it. So private key is very, very important thing. Please store it in a safe place, and don't give it away, because whoever has your private key owes you money. So if you give your private key to someone, it's the same thing if you would give this pile of money to someone. Exactly the same thing. Therefore, be careful. If you install your wallet software on your computer, let's say, and your computer get compromised, hackers can get a hold of your private key. We're going to be talking about a little bit more about security on the wallets, and we have courses on CryptoChicks Academy about it. But yeah, so this is something that you need to remember. No one can have access to your private key or to your seed phrase. And also, two types of wallets that exist and you need to know about. These are non-custodial wallet and custodial wallets. So from the name, you probably already can guess. The custodial wallets is the one that someone else holds your money and give you the password. So this way you can actually recover the key, but at the same time you trust your money to someone. But since you're already probably trusting your money to the bank, right? So maybe that's not a bad thing. But again, if this company is gone, your money is gone. So therefore, be careful using these custodial wallets. Non-custodial wallets, though, you have the whole power and responsibility with them. It means that only you have a private key. But again, if you lose it, you lose your money. Wallets, how we usually deal with the wallets. In order to store wallets in a safe place, for example, we usually use the hardware wallets. These are the most secure ones. By the way, recording your seed phrase or your private key on a piece of paper actually makes this piece of paper a wallet as well. So we call it also a cold wallet. So sometimes some of the wallets provide you this possibility. All you do, you just record your private key and or the seed phrase, and you disconnect your wallet from the computer, from anywhere. And the only way this private key is stored, just on a piece of paper, So this is one of the ways, actually, it's one of the most secure ways, one of the most inconvenient ways, of course, because this paper, of course, can be destroyed. Some of people put this piece of paper in the safe security deposit box in the bank. Some people store their cryptos like this. So it's the ones that probably have millions and millions of the crypto. That's how people do it. But for example, what I do, I store my crypto on a hardware wallet. Hardware wallet is the device. So you see that on the top left corner. So this is just a little device, seems like a USB stick that you connect to your computer. And so therefore, when the wallet is connected to your computer, this is where you can, transfer the funds. But you, of course, you need to enter like hundreds of times your PIN, your seed phrase, your this, your that. So it's still protected. But at regular times, this device is disconnected from the blockchain, disconnected from your computer. So therefore, no one can actually access it. So this is the most also secure way to store your crypto. Also, the probably least maybe convenient way, if you use like the crypto on a day-to-day for daily basis for payments, probably hardware wallet is not a good way. So hardware wallet maybe to store bigger amounts of crypto. To just operate the crypto, for example, to do the payments, I use the software wallets. And the ones that I prefer, for example, these are the Portis and Exodus as well. Sometimes I also use a MetaMask. MetaMask, it's a web wallet. It connects right to the, for example, like to your browser. So there is the Chrome, like the Google Chrome extension, MetaMask, and this is the one you can use as well. Portis, if you go to portis.io, so you can create a wallet, and they provide you a password, but this password is actually the representation of your private key. If you also go to the settings inside Portis, you can see your seed phrase. So once you register with Portis, they actually make it more convenient to you. They send you the email with a description on how you can back up your seed phrase, and they provide you an instruction. You go to your wallet, you follow the instruction, you back up your seed phrase, write it down somewhere in a safe place. And then if you lose your password, you can use this seed phrase to recover your password. So this is how Wallet deals with it. Exodus is very similar. Exodus is the desktop wallet. So Portis is a web wallet, and Exodus is a desktop. So install it on your computer. I find it also very useful. So just Google it, Exodus, and you can try using it as well. Again, in the CryptoChicks Academy, we have a very detailed course about the wallets. This is one of the wallets, Shapeshift's Keep Key wallet. So this is how it looks like. Again, this is a hardware wallet. And this is Portis, for example. So this is wallet.portis.io. If you go there, so this is how Portis wallet looks like, and this right in your browser, in the web. When you deal and send your money, you start sending your money, you will notice that every transaction will actually comes with a fee. Fees are created, fees exist in the blockchain for the security reason. So these are not kind of, because yeah, we probably used to pay in fees at the bank. Fees at the bank, every time you do a bank transfer, it costs, I don't know, about $40 or so, at least for us, for every transfer, which is a lot of money. Of course, in the blockchain, it's much less. Like, for example, for the Bitcoin, it's much less. And but they are created as the protection from these spammers. So very easy. So because the network is self-supported, Therefore, everybody has access to it, and of course it would be prone to spamming. Spammers would thrive if every transaction would be free, right? And so they would spam the network and bring it down. But for this specific reason, there is this transaction fee that protects a network from these spams. On the Ethereum network, and this is something that we experienced in this bull run we called it, when the crypto was growing very, very fast, and the lots of new blockchain projects were created, lots and lots of transactions, network was busy. So the busier network, the higher the fees on Ethereum, for example. And also Ethereum is as because you can build applications in there, so therefore you deal with the transferring data. It's not only the money that you're transferring through the transactions in the blockchain, but you actually transferring the data as well. And if the amount of data is substantial, then the fees for the processing is actually substantial as well. So for Ethereum transaction, you can pay somewhere from few cents to actually hundreds of dollars. So from few dollars to hundreds of dollars. And considering the price of Ethereum growing, this is sometime that was a substantial amount of money that you can pay. But now there's lots of companies that coming forward and creating solutions for it. So one of them, for example, Metis, it layer 2 solutions created on Ethereum to lower transaction fees. So this there are technologies now that allow to kind of like bulk transactions all in once, and the users share these transactions between each other. So therefore, the transaction fees are reduced substantially from like hundreds of dollars to just a few cents. Where to buy cryptocurrencies? You usually buy cryptocurrencies on exchanges. So there are centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges as well. And decentralized exchanges, people so exchanging money, cryptocurrencies between each other on via the platforms. And so this platforms is also not controlled by anyone, by the common consensus of people. But majority of people still go to centralized exchanges. So these are the ones that we know and trust: Kraken, Binance, Coinbase, CryptoChicks, Crypto.com, BitBuy, ShakePay. So these are the ones that we usually use and we recommend as well. So if you have any questions of which exchange to use or anything like that, we'll be always happy to answer you. Be careful. There's lots of scammers. We're going to be talking about that. So sometimes they pose in as an exchanges. So if you go and trust your money and transfer your money to exchange, you of course you need to trust this exchange. Crypto exchanges are still a centralized companies. It means that if something happens to these companies, your money could be gone. So it's the rule of the thumb: never store your money on exchange. So for example, I know lots of people have accounts on Binance or Coinbase and store money in the wallets there. So please be careful. If something happens to that company, your money could be gone. You also now can start buying cryptocurrency through wallets. Actually, Portis and Argent wallets provide now capability to purchase cryptocurrency via your credit card. There are other ways, like for example, PayPal, Simple. So PayPal started actually to allow you do the investments into the cryptocurrency. It means that you can purchase cryptocurrency there and store on a PayPal, but you will not be able to withdraw it into your wallet. So it's make sure that you understand that PayPal or Simple is a custodial wallet. It means that they will hold this cryptocurrency for you. And again, something happened to them. I hope nothing happened to them because they've been around for a while. But something happened to them, your money is gone because you don't have your private key. Moving on to blockchain businesses. Lots of information here. Here I put all the companies, not all, of course, it's just the companies that I could find who accepts crypto. More and more companies start accepting crypto. I, for example, right now I'm buying my travel only for crypto. And yes, of course, for the cryptocurrency holders, it's a preferred way to use cryptocurrency just to pay with it, because there's no tax associated with it. Because if you trade cryptocurrency, for example, by Canadian laws, you have to pay a tax from every sale, from every transaction. Even if you exchange one cryptocurrency with another, you pay tax on it. So therefore, the common usage of crypto is, of course, to pay for the goods and services. Decentralized businesses is the ones that are most popular right now. This is where all the money are. And where are they? They are in decentralized exchanges. So the users, for example, there are if you heard about Uniswap or Compound, so that is one of the ways probably when people can trade the cryptocurrency one another, and also can actually grow, like using the so right now there is this if you put in one of the cryptocurrency, like kind of like on a deposit, you can actually draw the percentage from it, and this percentage always changes. It's dynamic, and it's again, it's not controlled by anyone, just by the open market. Stable coins, this is one of the businesses as well. So this one's Data Binance, MakerDAO. So the ones that created those coins, these are the cryptocurrencies that are not fluctuate, because you know probably that the cryptocurrencies are very volatile. So the price is changing all the time. So up and down, up and down. Sometimes it's very much up, and sometimes it's very much down. So it's not practical to kind of like, use it for as a payment system, but stable coins are. And stable coins, how it works. So basically these companies, they have the certain amount of US dollars that they put in a deposit, and they always keep the balance, how much of their stable coins are in a circulation, and how much US dollars they have, let's say in the deposit. So this value is equal. So therefore they keep this cryptocurrency stable by backing it up with a US dollar supply. Lending platforms is very popular, of course, because you can lend and borrow from each other people, because when they trade cryptocurrencies, they need lots of it probably to make a lot of profit. But they have to take it somewhere. So they take it from the other people, and they pay a percentage to these other people. So therefore, you can see if there's some cryptocurrency right now in a very much demand, then you can use the lending platform, and they are decentralized as well, not controlled by anyone, but just the open market. You can go to these platforms and deposit money into this deposit, and actually grow your money into kind of like substantially. So again, so the percentage is very, varies, and it's changing, every minute as well. But these are the very popular ways to do business right now. So all the lending platforms. There are also actually prediction markets as well. So the markets of betting and outcome of the future events, such as elections. So that's kind of like a gaming. So this also become a very popular way to make money. There are other ways to do businesses in blockchain technology, and very popular one, of course, is mining. So mining, as I said, so every block that that is get created in Bitcoin or Ethereum is get rewarded by the new created cryptocurrency, and the winning miner receives this stake. Like for example, for the Bitcoin, Right now, is the reward is 6.25 Bitcoin. So it's a substantial amount of money just for one block. So therefore, mining is a very profitable business. Trading, of course, people trade and they make profits. Some traders lose money, so don't get too excited if you are not experienced trader. So probably it would be a good idea to first train yourself. And if you're an emotional person, maybe it's not for you as well, because trading is a very, very special skill, and you have to have a very special, personality to do it. For example, I can tell you it was not for me. I am such an emotional person. I cannot trade, and that's okay. Investments. Some people just buying crypto, holding for a long time, and also making businesses out of it. So they are doing it for other people. Beware of scammers. Exchanges. Selling and buying cryptocurrencies is a very profitable business, especially in the bull markets when the cryptocurrencies also, the volatile. So it's the cryptocurrency exchanges are thriving at that time. Crowdfunding, yes, it's very popular among the uh, blockchain projects. And blockchain projects, once you create it, you go public right away. Creating your own coin on Ethereum takes about 5 seconds. So therefore, you can create your coin, create, let's say, I don't know, 100 millions of your coins, sell them to your investors, sell them to the public, unless, of course, law in your country prohibits it, right? So you have to deal with your local laws. People get around that, registering their companies somewhere else, overseas, and so on. But this is a very, very common way for fundraising for the blockchain startups. That's how they do it. And investors are investing into these businesses very easy. I see, because I deal with the blockchain startups every day. I know that this is something very, very desirable among investors. Of course, they have to look which team building, which project, what is the business model, and so on and so forth. But this is very easy way to raise money by building a blockchain startup, which going to create your coin and list right away on an exchange. Gaming is one of the great ones. You can see in YouTube, the ones that you will be watching, after this presentation. You can see our previous live was about awarding CryptoChicks Hachi and the Open Dive team. One of them is creating actually a game. In this game, you're not only creating the collectibles, which is NFTs, one of the very profitable businesses, by the way. So selling collectibles, which is digital collectibles, but you also can grow your money right in this game. So by playing a game, you actually grow your cryptocurrency. So endless possibilities again. So by just playing computer games, all of a sudden becomes a business. More serious stuff, financial systems, of case, payments, store of value, lending, borrowing, all of this is the types of the businesses in the blockchain. Registries. So this is not about the gains anymore, not about the money as for the previous ones, but about tracking of the records. So criminal records, property registration, vehicle certificates, diplomas, especially in the countries where such registries doesn't exist. So this becomes a life savior. Tracking for the nations, for the refugees, supply chain, again, for the countries, third world countries, again, so this is the businesses that very, very essential for the third world countries, becoming more and more popular right now. UN is actually awarding more grants now to the startups that take care of the tracking and the registrations for these third world countries. Voting, because the system is decentralized and not controlled by anyone and cannot be influenced in any way, the voting becomes very popular as a business model in the blockchain. And last but not least, intellectual property. So usually if you invent something, you go and register it somewhere. Why not register it on the blockchain? And that's how the intellectual property, you actually, what you can go and you can try go to mvp.cryptochickscatchery.com, and you can we built this kind of little MVP. You can go and there's a video there which explains how it all works. Go and register your IP on the blockchain right now. And if you join our CryptoChicks hatchery, you're welcome to use this piece of code that we created. This is, open source, and we are glad to share it with our CryptoChicks hatchery. You can create your own IP company. And yes, so one of our CryptoChicks hatchery, by the way, projects Nitis is not only creating layer 2 solutions to lower transaction fees, but if you're thinking of building your blockchain business, Nitis can help you to do it cheaper and faster, and also in a decentralized way so no one can control it. And I just wanted to touch about scams and frauds. I know we've been here for now an hour. I hope you're not getting bored yet. I see we have still only 8 questions, so ask more. So I'm going through the scams, very popular scams. So usually scammers reach out to you. So this is the first sign of the scam. If you receive a phone call, email, Telegram message, Facebook message, Twitter message, be careful. And if it's about cryptocurrency, most likely it is a scam. So phone calls, CRA scam. So CRA, it's the Canadian, oh my God, so they're going to get me because I forgot their name. So this is the, the tax agencies. There you go, Canadian tax. Yeah, so they call you and they say that you didn't pay your taxes, and then, we issued a warrant for your arrest. If you don't pay them, you have to pay us in Bitcoin, such and such money, and this is all go away. Yeah, of course. Yeah, just hang up. Don't worry. These are not the real CRAs. Warrant for arrest, same thing. COVID scams, same thing. So romance scams, lots of women actually fall for that because they meet a guy, and this guy all of a sudden in love, but needs, a couple of Bitcoins to make him happy. And believe it or not, women fall for it. Big winner scams, regular and pyramid, they ask you to basically, invest so later you can get huge profits. Yeah, don't believe that. Ponzi schemes is very similar. Usually phishing scams. There are lots of people that impersonate someone. They even impersonate celebrities, believe it or not. Recently, women called us and say, I need to reach to Vitalik Buterin because I was in a chat with him. He introduced me to his co-founders, and I transferred all my life savings to him because I really believe in Ethereum. I know now by in my Ethereum account I have millions. I always said millions. But yeah, that was a very sad story because this woman really believed that she was talking to Vitalik. It seemed really real. She could not believe that was not real, right? So they are professionals. They will seem it very real. They will impersonate anyone. They will impersonate your mom and you will believe them. So please don't fall for this. So there's a lot of people like this, and they will suck out all your life savings. Exchange scams are very popular. So companies, platforms to pretend to be a reputable exchange, offering you to change your crypto to fiat for the very good rate. All you need to do, just transfer your crypto to them. And that's it, it's cool. So yeah, don't believe it. Blackmailing, yeah, so they start telling you that they have some information about you. They have some skeleton in the closet that they know about. Yes, and of course they will ask cryptocurrency in exchange. Anytime someone asks you to send a cryptocurrency to them, so just hang up or just delete or just block. This is a scam. Ransom attacks, believe it or not, very reputable and big and huge companies, this is who fall the victim of that. Recently, actually, Pitney Bowes one of the companies, got all their files blocked. So this is actually a huge company that existed, I don't know, hundreds of years. But yes, so probably there was something wrong with their cybersecurity. Basically, hackers got to their file system and locked everything, encrypted everything, so the whole company couldn't access any of the records. They actually was forced to pay because this was the cheapest way to make it go away. They paid, everything went away. This is the ransomware business model. So usually they actually let the files go once they are paid. So this is probably one of the scams that actually works when you pay. But again, you are at the mercy of these scammers when you pay. So please be aware of that and take care of your of your cybersecurity in your company. Investment scams, usually, yes. Again, so people are falling for these scams because if you invest in the blockchain startups, it usually promises a big returns. You cannot get these returns anywhere else, and scammers using it, they pretend to be someone else, they pretend to be next big thing, unicorn, and so on and so forth. And once you invest, you of course lose all your money because they just poof and gone. Time of the quiz. Before I answer your questions, you're going to answer mine. So who owns the blockchain? Please put it in the chat. I wanna see your answers. Now I'm going to see how I can. All right, I can have Natalie. No one. All right. Any other questions or answers? Nobody. Karen, good job. Yes, yes. Please, please. Nobody. Yeah, and actually everybody. Nobody or everybody. So that's the correct answer. Why transaction fees for blockchain profit? Why transaction fees? For security, very close, but no, I need a little bit more details. Answer. Tracking records, this is a correct answer, but for the wrong question. To keep the blockchain working and incentivizing a job. You know what? I didn't even talk about it. And this is again correct, but for the wrong question. So this is the question I didn't ask yet. No. All right. So think about spammers. Transaction fees. To prevent scammers and to inflate the coin? Not exactly. So if I make no transaction fee, then I can transfer money back and forth from one account to another with no consequences whatsoever. And I can spam network, I can bring it down, because if I make a billion of transactions, it will be down. Right? So there's no such thing as a free lunch. Yes. So yes, if the scammer has to pay a transaction fee, it will, of course, less likely to spam the network. So this is to prevent a network from the spammers. But yes, for the security, this is the great answer. I send my money to the wrong address. How do I get it back? I send my crypto to the wrong address. So it's not my money to the wrong crypto to the wrong address. How do I get it back? We didn't go through this one because I'm asking very, you don't, that's right, but you figured it out. Good job, good thinking, good audience. Yes, exactly. You cannot get it back because, and by the way, if you receive money from some unknown sender, send it back. So probably it's just some poor soul typed the wrong address. We actually had this occurrence from one of the investors. He sent $40,000 to just mistyped the account number, and it was poof and gone. So $40,000 was lost in 1 second. I lost my private key. What is the blockchain customer service phone number? This one, this one's easy. This one's easy. All right. So what is the blockchain customer service? Doesn't exist. No customer service. That's right. That's good, 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 good. Which one of the following is a centralized cryptocurrency? So pay attention. Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum, Libra. So which one of the following is a centralized? Ripple, Libra. Good job. Good job. First try, and you are very right. Satoshi Nakamoto reached out to me and said that he can sell me Bitcoin for a very good price. Should I transfer my money to him? Uh, well, we don't know if he's dead, but you know that's close, close. Yeah, well, yes, no, no, never transfer money. If somebody asks you to transfer money, transfer crypto to them, most likely it is a scam. So today we just went through blockchain, cryptocurrency, decentralized versus centralized, most popular cryptocurrencies, cryptocurrency rules, blockchain businesses, and cryptocurrency scams and frauds. CryptoChicks Academy, if you missed anything, cryptochicksacademy.com. And if you would like to build your business, cryptochickshightrade.com. Same thing. And questions. Let's go over the questions. So I am right now going to be stopping sharing. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. And let me look at the questions that we have. Let me just scroll all the way up, all the way up. All right. All right, so I see this is amazing. Thank you so much, Natalia. All right. If a crypto is out of anyone's control, how it is limited? Who determines when to stop, slow, limit circulation of a crypto? It's a very, very good question. So crypto is, remember I said that you have to download the program from the website, right? So this is the one. So this is in that program is actually programmed from the very beginning of how it is actually designed. So the whole design of it is been already programmed in there, and therefore it is already set in stone, right? So the whole design is already done. So for example, for Bitcoin, that was programmed from the very beginning. It was done. It is included in the design. It said that, well, I mean, it said, so the program works the way that once, as I said, so crypto is created with every new block, but it is the every 200,000 blocks, and this is already programmed in the program, in the Bitcoin program. So every 200,000 blocks is the block reward halved. So first it was 100 Bitcoin for the block, then it was 50, then it was 25, then it was 12.5, then it was 6.25, and so on and so forth. It was halved, up until it becomes just a fraction, right? And therefore, the supply of the Bitcoin is only 21 million. After all 21 million is released, there will be no more, the program already programmed, right? So there will be no more Bitcoin in the circulation. Who writes these programs? This is very important as well. So these programs are, of course, the very first was wrote by Satoshi Nakamoto, but there's also a core team behind each cryptocurrency that updates the program. But because a system is decentralized, this is your choice, whether you download a new program or you live with the old one. So if you know about, for example, Bitcoin Cash, so this is a fork. It means that developers, different developer group, they took the Bitcoin code and they changed it, right? So, and then it's your choice whether you now stay with the old program or you download a new one. So people who download new one, now all of a sudden, instead of Bitcoin, they have Bitcoin Cash, so different currency, right? So this is how it works. Because the system decentralized, you always have a choice which Bitcoin you're using, which program you're using, so you always know. And you can actually, if by mistake you install the new one, you can always reinstall the old one and stay with an old program. So this is how it's programmed, right? So this is, and again, the whole crypto economy, we explain it very well in the mining course, how the whole crypto economy is very well designed. So the system self-supports itself as well. So no one controls it. No one controls it. It's already been programmed. What is about Mana? Is Mana coin built on Ethereum? It is, yes. So Mana is the coin for Decentraland. So Decentraland is the virtual game. So Decentraland is the like one of the programs that built on top of this is the metaverse as well. So basically they draw the virtual world, divided all the virtual land into pieces, and sold these virtual pieces between people. So this virtual pieces is actually programmed as an NFT, non-fungible token. Each of the piece of the land is a collectible, and in order for you to actually to play in that game, inside of this game, you need to own their cryptocurrency that they also created, as Mana. This is a token that they created on Ethereum, and it becomes valuable because you go because Decentraland exists for a while. You go there, you can play this game, you can buy goods, you can do the services there. So this coin now has a value. So yes, this is a coin built on Ethereum. If you buy crypto via PayPal, is PayPal considered a custodial wallet? Yes, it is a custodial wallet. We talked about it. Sounds like we're going back to engraving on stone. So that was probably around about the wallets. Natalia, some people actually engrave their private keys on steel, some sort of metal, to prevent the text from fading. Can't lose it. Exactly. It just main thing, if you engrave it on a stone, don't on a rock, don't give this rock to your enemy, otherwise you lose your money. How can we fund our wallet from Mexico? Who can link our money to a Portis wallet? Would PayPal do? Or how does it work? No, PayPal will not do, as PayPal, we established it, is a custodial wallet. So once you have your wallet, like for example, you create your Portis wallet, your MetaMask wallet, your Exodus wallet, you don't have any money in there, right? So you basically need to register on the exchange, and unfortunately I'm not sure, probably the Coinbase is the one the most popular. So Coinbase, and it's still I think accept Mexicans as well. Coinbase exchange, you register there, and you transfer your money to exchange, you buy a cryptocurrency on exchange, and then we withdraw. So when you withdraw, you click the withdraw, and it will provide you the options. So in that options, they will ask you for your wallet address. So basically, when you go to your Portis wallet, let me just maybe demo it for you. Let me share my screen very quickly. I hope it's still interesting and you're not falling asleep. Type in the wallet, no, type in the chat if you do. All right, so Portis wallets. I already have my Portis wallet and it's already loaded there. Okay, so let's say that Bitcoin, I'm buying a Bitcoin. If I buy, click on receive. So here, this is your wallet QR code. You can scan it, or your wallet address. So this is your wallet address copy, and you provide on the Coinbase. This is the wallet address that you provide. And then you withdraw money, and you withdraw right into your wallet by this address. So same with Ethereum. Portis supports Ethereum as well. So if you go and receive, and also this is your Ethereum address there. And yes, you provide these addresses. Portis supports, some of the cryptocurrencies, but not all of them. So there are other ones that support. Again, if you, I don't remember in our wallet to explain all of them or not. Yeah, there are also, for example, Exodus supports almost all of them. So if you create an Exodus wallet, then you're probably going to be, good. And Ledger wallet, for example, as well. So the Ledger is the hardware wallet, supports also all of them. Right. So next question. Let me stop sharing. And next question. I think I ran out of questions. Let me see. Was Bitcoin Cash invented by the same dude? No, 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 no. So the Bitcoin Cash, actually, I don't even know, but actually you can invent a new cryptocurrency just changing a code of the initial program that Satoshi created. And it's you going to have your, Bitcoin Mexico or something like that. What do you think of the meme coins like Doji or Shiba Inu coin? Dogecoin. Oh, by the way, yeah, I was in Japan. It was 2 years ago already. Yes, the way to call it must be 2 years. Dogecoin. I saw the dog that is actually on the Doge. So I pet the dog. I forgot I forgot her name. She's a female, by the way. Yes, so this the yeah, Doge is, I respect. So that was created as a joke, but now all of a sudden, Elon Musk loves it. I have no idea why. uh again, so this is a separate blockchain, and in order to build a separate blockchain that is not on Ethereum, you actually need to be a very, very, smart person, because you need to take care of the security, all this, all the consensus rules, like how much supply you have, the token supply, and so on and so forth, and then you need to market it. So it's kind of like creating your own world. So I respect every project, every cryptocurrency that's created. So the creators of it, put their hearts and soul, that probably was their lifetime projects. So I respect all of them, and therefore that's what I think of them. I think that they are great, but all the cryptocurrency are based on the popularity, and popularity is usually tied to a usability, and how if you can build on it, if you can make a business of it, how useful it is for people. So Doji, in that sense, you can use it as a payment system, and it's actually accepted by the some of the providers as well. So therefore, it is valuable. But I'm not investing in it. But this is just my personal choice. I just petted the dog. Okay, millennial love Doji, so it's so cool. Musk likes to see himself as cool. Yeah, I know I know little crypto people are very annoyed with Elon Musk probably, and he just, how we say, trolling them in the, taunting them in the in the social media. But oh well, he has every right to do it, so I don't blame him as well. Yeah, I think very highly of this coin. I would not invest into it, but this is your choice. What drove Bitcoin down in value? Again, so the Bitcoin is, as every decentralized cryptocurrency, is very the value based on the popularity and on the usage as well. So when every news about any country or something like that, or even Elon Musk influence, let's say, the popularity, so it set off the kind of like the panic on the market, and people start selling it. Therefore, I wouldn't never sell my Bitcoin, because I know that there's a limited supply. I know there's less and less Bitcoin, and this is kind of stupid thing to do. And therefore, I am very glad when some of the crypto goes down, so I can just buy more. So but this is me. I did not say this is, I'm not advising on you buying anything or selling anything. I am just talking about myself. I'm not a financial advisor by any means. Yes, human emotions, exactly, human emotions. I know that, of course, the more and more institutional investors now coming into it, so more and more companies accepts it. Today I heard the news that the El Salvador country is actually now make Bitcoin official. So yes, so like one country made it official, so I don't know, price should become enough, or maybe not. Maybe this is not as big of a country yet to influence the market. Again, cryptocurrency market is still relatively small comparing to the other investment markets. So therefore, even little news can influence us, and therefore that's why the cryptocurrency is so volatile. At this point, we officially ran out of questions, and I would like to thank you for all your attention today, and I hope you liked the presentation. You can unmute your microphones and we can talk. I have one more question. Right, what does it mean to be built on Ethereum? If a coin fails, Ethereum is just a structure of it. Right, there is no trading. So Ethereum is actually, you can trade Ethereum as well. Yeah, Ethereum is also an infrastructure. So Ethereum is kind of bank by itself, you know, you can trade Ethereum, but at the same time you can build on Ethereum, you can build your own bank as well. But again, if Ethereum goes down, I always, say, oh, thank you, because now there's less gas fees, we can buy more, and also we can also build for cheap as well. So this is, there is a balance to it as well too. And Ethereum core team is actually working on upgrading it constantly, making it better, more scalable, with the cheaper gas fees and so on and so forth. And there are other projects that are doing that as well. So the industry is developing. So the coin, Ethereum coin, I don't see it ever fails. Let's put it that way.
What an amazing presentation. I'm super grateful for your time, Elena. Again, I think I personally, and I'm sure the community of Poderosa will also enjoy being part of CryptoChicks Mexico, because we want to get closer to actually be more empowered. And what you're doing is, again, fantastic, as you're driving the creation of on business models. And I think, and this is just a small comment, I think that right now one of the challenges for Latin American countries and Mexico is we want stability and we want our sovereignty. I think it's so reliable and so powerful what you have introduced to us about what it is a blockchain, and what can we do to actually be more efficient and actually more reliable than depending on these institutions that are here. So I think it's very empowering, and I can only stress and highlight the importance of more women in Mexico to get on board into this initiative, and actually don't see the language as a barrier to start joining and being more global and being proactive actors and shapers of the business models that will introduce the use cases of these technology in our day-to-day life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Natalia. So let's do it. All right, so I'm very glad. I probably will need to let you go because it's getting late and kids need to be put to bed. And as a mother, I also have kids as well. Mine is 24 years old, but still, I wish you very good night, and I hope we can do it again. I very much enjoyed presenting for you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much.